So I moved over to East Africa, Tanzania from America 4 years ago, and I help my people invest, return, and rebuild back over here if that's their ultimate mission. But I promise you, by the end of this video, I will give you some tangible information so that you can move over here and open up a business if that's your ultimate goal. I'm going to give you the entire rundown so that you can know exactly what you need to do to open up your business successfully. Let's go. First things first, I'm going to say this. It's not 100% necessary, but I highly recommend it. You should definitely get you a lawyer as you start your registration and business process and everything. That will help things go a lot smoother, and it will help you to overcome a lot of the hurdles that you may hit on your move of trying to set everything up. Now, like I say, you can still go through the process yourself and figure it out and go through the long, strenuous process. But if you get you a lawyer and you pay them the fee that they worth, then trust me, they will help you get your business set up successfully, okay? That's first things first. But yes, first things first, when you're doing your business work, you have to select a business name. When you select your business name, there's a system here in Tanzania where they will put that name into the system and they will see if there's any other businesses that's registered with that name already. So they don't want any mishaps or mistakes with names or anything. So there's an entire system in place where they have all of the names listed for all of the registered business here in the country. So you will be able to put your name into that database to make sure that your name is unique and it's not something that anyone else has. I've seen people on their journey that actually had the same name envisioned for something that's already in place. So they've actually had to switch their names up a few times. So that's something that you should definitely keep in mind to make sure that you make it selecting the right name that's not already taken by someone else. The next thing you need is a copy of your passport. And after that, you need a copy of the national ID of the local person that you will have on your business here if you're opening up a business with a local individual. And I will get more into that. So it's actually recommended that you open up a business with a local individual if your ultimate goal over here is to own land over here in East Africa, Tanzania. At this current moment, they do not allow foreigners to outright own land in their name. So it's recommended that you have a local as your majority shareholder within your business so that when you do get land, you could put that land into your business name. Because right now, like I said, at this current moment, they do not allow foreigners to own land. But who knows, in due season, as we continue to do the work that we're doing, maybe at some point they will allow foreigners to own land. But if that's your ultimate goal, you have to make sure that you get a local partner within your business so that you guys could build something together. And I actually like this because it sort of forces us to find a good partner within the society so that you guys can build something together. There's several talented individuals over here who just need the right partner so that they can level up. So if you get the right people and the right team in place, you can actually do everything you need to do properly, okay? The next thing that you need for your business is to have a copy of the national ID of that local that's the majority shareholder. That will be needed to be inside of your business document so that you can open it up successfully. And next, you will need the address of both directors. So let's just say you're not fully in the country yet and you have a partner already. You guys could actually both put your addresses on there. If you're still in America, your city, your state, your zip code, all of that, they need those addresses in order to have your business set up legally and properly. And in terms of if you're over here on the continent, whatever ward you're in, wherever you live at, they're gonna need to know exactly where you live, and you're gonna have to put your address onto your business documents. Now, the next thing you will need is email addresses. You will have to have your email address in place on your business document so that if you need any important documents or things to be sent your way, they will have your email address on file so that when they send things to you like taxes, umbrella, and all those type of things, they will have your email in place so that you can get those documents electronically. And the next thing you will need is local phone numbers. You have to make sure that you have a local phone number in place so that if the government here needs to reach out to you and actually reach you guys so that they can talk to you, of course they will need your number on file. So you have to make sure that you have a local number when you come over here so that when they call you for important things, they can actually reach you. And you also need 2 passport size photos of you and your director. And if there's multiple directors, of course, you would need all 2 passport photos of all of you guys. But yeah, you need 2 passport photos of you and your director that's attached to your files of your documents. The next thing you need to do is list down all of the businesses that you may want to open up over here in Tanzania. Let's say, for example, you have a dream of doing a media company on one side, you have another dream of doing a farm on another side, you have another dream of doing consulting on another side, you have another dream of doing hair on one side, you have another dream of actually, I don't know, doing whatever you have in mind. It's important that you list all of those future endeavors on your business documents, because that way, when you decide to open up that venture or go in that direction, you don't have to go through this entire process all over again. I know many of us have many dreams and many talents of what we want to put into place over here. So it's important that you list all of those different options that you want to tap into on your business document, so that when it's time, you can just sign up and say, hey, I'm opening up this entity now, and you already have everything in place on your business documents that you started with from the beginning. Now, in order to maintain this business, it's very important that you file your taxes every month with the Tanzania Revenue Authority, which is called TRA for short over here in Tanzania. So you must make sure that you're on top of filing your taxes every month in order to stay in compliance with the government, so that they don't come and, bother you and ask where your taxes at. So it's important that you make sure that you stay on top of that in order to stay over here and have your business open successfully, okay? Next, you must make sure that you file with the Business Registration and Licensing Agency, and they call that BRELA for short over here in Tanzania. Now, it's important that you annually file for your licenses and make sure that everything is up to date with BRELA, so they don't come and shut you down and ask like, hey, where's your licenses? Have you paid for your fees and everything? Because they do check and make sure that you pay for those things. So it's important that you annually file for those so that you can stay over here successfully and compliant with what they have in place. Now, I know you guys heard in the beginning that foreigners aren't allowed to own land, but there's a way that you can own land if you're coming over here with a nice substantial amount of investment. So I'll get into that right now and let you know how that's possible. Now, one option I've heard is the trust contract. Now, this trust contract can be put in place between you and a local from purchase all the way to title deed. But like I said, it's very important that you have a lawyer in place so that you guys can make sure that this contract is legit and is backed by the law of Tanzania. So you can have a trust contract in place. That way it will be in someone's name that you trust, and then you guys can just work that out however you want with your lawyer. But that's one way that you can do it, is through a trust contract. There's another way that you can go through the TIC, which is the Tanzania Investment Center. But this way it requires a lot. You have to have a nice amount of capital, and they're asking for at least 300,000 USD. And you have to have this shown in your bank account that you have this amount of money. Now, depending on the investment, they may take 100,000 USD, but that's not always guaranteed. So it may depends on what you're trying to do and which direction route and which investment route you're trying to take. But there's no guarantees, like I said, but they will take 100,000 sometimes, I've heard. And also, if you decide to go the Tanzania Investment Center route, you must write up a proposal and let the government know what you plan to do with this investment over here in their country, so that they can approve it or not, and make sure that you're in compliance with what you say you're going to do and what the country actually needs. But I want you guys to keep this in mind real quick. Now, if you do go the Tanzania Investment Center route, the Tanzania Investment Center actually holds the title deed of that land until the completion of the investment project. And then on top of that, they will always periodically check in on you and make sure that you're doing what you said you're going to do while you're over here in their country. So if you take that route of going to Tanzania Investment Center route, they will be all in your business, making sure they check on you often, and you will not have the title deed in your possession. It will stay at the Tanzania Investment Center, and you will be able to see it through them, but at the end of the day, it will still be with the Tanzania Investment Center. Now, there's a few things you need in order to stay over here legally. You can't just come over here and open up a business and get to work. No, you have to get your work and your residency permit as you start these endeavors and do your work over here. Now, you have to get your work permit through the Ministry of Work over here in Tanzania, and the residency permit is actually granted by the immigration offices over here. So you have to go through the route of going to the immigration office and make sure that you're in compliance and you pay your fees and everything to get the permit from the immigration office and the Ministry of Work. Now, the government fees that come with this is about 2,000 USD, and that will cover your BRELA fees, your TRA fees, and your municipal fees in order for you to pay up so that you can get your licenses and everything from them. And depending on which industry you decide to go in, it may be a little bit extra so that you can get the proper licensing to begin to do business over here. So let's just say if you go to the restaurant business, your fees may be a little bit cheaper than someone who's going into the mining business or someone who's going into the automotive industry. So it's important that you cross check and that you understand the fees that comes with whichever industry that you are going into. And I know while these fees and everything is coming up, you may be thinking like, what about a bank account? Now, when you decide to come over here and get on the ground, you must be here in order to properly open up a bank account. At this current moment, they do not allow people to open up bank accounts while they're abroad. So it's important that you're on the ground over here. And when you get on the ground over here, it's as simple as getting a recommendation letter from your lawyer and taking it to the bank and showing them the recommendation letter of the work that you're about to do and the things that you'll be conducting over here. And then that will allow them to give you a bank account over here as a foreigner. Simple as that. Now, there's 3 different selections for permit classes that you should choose from as you're trying to get your residency permit over here in East Africa, Tanzania. There's Class A, there's Class B, and there's also Class C. Now, Class A is for self-employed foreigners, and that cost usually range from between 1 to 4,000 USD, depending on the work that you're planning on doing over here. Now, Class B is for expats working in a company or a private institution, and the cost for that permit range from 500 to 2,000 USD. Now, the next class is Class C, and this one is for researchers, retirees, missionaries, and also volunteers. And the prices range from 200 USD all the way to 500 USD, depending on which one of those you are actually going into. Now, in order to get the Class B or C permit, it's important that you have a contract in place with the company or entity that you're working with or for, and also a valid license issued by the appropriate professional board from whichever field you are in. And if you're a retiree, you must be at least 55 years of age in order to get the retiree visa. And lastly, but certainly not least, like I mentioned in the beginning, you must have a valid work permit that you've already gotten from the Ministry of Work in order to be granted a residency permit. So listen, guys, that's actually all you need in order to come over here and set up a business or move over here if that's your goal. So I hope this was some helpful information. I tried to get straight to the point and give you exactly what you need so that you can know what it takes to come over here and open up a business or move over here successfully if that's what you want to do. Okay, now if you're thinking about coming over here, I've created a free course that actually gives you a firm foundation that can help you prepare to come over here so that you can have the right mindset and understand what you're getting yourself into while you come over here to East Africa, Tanzania. So, hey, if you're interested in joining my free course, I want you to click the QR code right here, or you can look at the website below and click the website, or look in the description box in order to click the link so that you can join the course. Now, in this course, I'll be teaching you exactly what you need to have a firm foundation so that when you do decide to come over here, you actually know what you're getting yourself into. Okay, so yeah, if you're thinking about that, if you're trying to come over here and be successful, you don't want to miss this course so that you can have exactly what you need to have a smooth transition. But yes, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for your time, and I hope this was very helpful to you so that you can know what you need to know while you start your journey. All right, now stay focused on this journey and don't let anybody talk you out of what you're doing. It's a process. It's not going to be handed to you. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Okay, I know a lot of us come from America and we think that, oh, it's supposed to be easy. They're supposed to hand it to us. Oh, we come from the transatlantic slave trade. Can we give free citizenship? No, that's not how it is over here. Okay, you must put your skin in the game. You must earn your keep, and you must go through the process that we all have to go through in order to do it successfully. Okay, so it's possible, it's doable, but you must stay focused and trust the process and do exactly what's put in place so that you can do what you need to do. Okay, now if you made it to the end of the video, I think you're going to have a successful transition if that's your goal. Okay, so just stay focused, keep the shalom peace, and like I said, don't forget to join the course so that you can figure out what you need to do. All right, now y'all make sure y'all keep the shalom peace and don't let anybody stop you on your journey. Okay, y'all be safe. If you're watching our content, you're probably interested in figuring out how to come to the continent of Africa. Well, you're in luck because we offer repatriation consultations for those who are interested. I will sit on the phone with you for 1 hour and answer all the questions that you may have. in regards to coming to the continent of Africa. I will help you figure out how you can make a smooth transition for you and your family. With our 4 years of experience, we have enough knowledge to be able to help and assist those who are seriously interested in coming. So if you're interested in booking a consultation, click the link in the description box and I got you. And also, my wife offers natural consultations for those who are interested. She has helped several people heal from many ailments that they've been dealing with. So if you're looking for a natural remedy to deal with any ailment that you've been dealing with, click the link in the description box and book a consultation with my wife. Since we're here, gotta show y'all some of the products real quick. This natural body ready. Natural body. Yeah. Natural product. Natural body. Yeah. Natural body. Yeah. Say. Yeah. Come closer. Come. Busy beachy.